Okay folks, getting ready to test out Artemis 2.7.1, newly upgraded. I'm going to start a border war here. Just a couple minor upgrades, moving away from the HP 7-inch tablets for the consoles to touchscreen laptop tablet combos. Just a nice little upgrade, going to test that out tonight. So let's get the border war started. Alright, so we load up our console. We can literally go down here to start client and connect to David. You can see Artemis is up and running. Just plug in the phone here so I don't run out of juice in the battery. Alright, first thing we're going to do is select all of our consoles. Normally these would be run by separate players, but I have selected a whole bunch of them here and click ready to play. Get a little bit more comfy here, push the chair out. Alright, so again, we're out here in space. First thing we want to do is just take a look at long range sensors. And we can see we have a neutral zone in between us. We are presently at DS2, the green blinking dot in the lower right hand corner. That flashing indicates a communication from our space stations. Somebody has communicated us a message, and we can see that near our DS1, let's see, right up in this area here, there is a whole bunch of space piranhas and all kinds of nasty monsters that are going to likely attack that station. And we got about a 4-minute countdown until the border war begins. Will remain on the right. The other enemies over on the in red there on the left will be have to be taken out. I'm going to go ahead and make some adjustments to our engineering console here. And one of the new enhancements that I've made are just quick settings that save by default. This will save some energy while we are going and scanning out our enemies. And this here you could see the sensors are in full coolant with 250%, so we can scan away, but we shut down all of our weapon and shield systems because we're not engaged in any conflict right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is just drop down out of DS2. So I need to grab the helm here, and I'm going to change again back on this here. And we're going to target these guys, where is it? Right over here. Maybe easier if I have red alert on. There you go, you can actually see. So we're gonna drop down from here and shoot a probe over and identify all these guys here. So let's take and get over to this and lay in course. And just to make things go a little bit quicker, we're going to set battle mode. That'll turn the ship a little bit quicker. And while we're waiting for that to occur, I'm going to change to probe, and we're going to load up the probe. Probably want the second probe actually as well. And then we'll look at an EMP, take out their shields, and what the heck, a nuclear bomb. So, all right, with those on their way loading, I'm just going to come up to warp 1. And what we want to do is drop down below the minefield there in sector E4. So we're gonna just take and come down a little ways here. On our helm, we can adjust how far we can see. We don't want to enter the neutral zone until after the war starts, or we're the instigators and cause us all kind of problems. But we can see on the screen that they're already starting there. One guy just came into sector E3 and disappeared. He put his cloak up. All right, so we're gonna just drop out of warp close to this here. Maybe get down just a little bit further south here. And we could see on the screen there a whole bunch of bad guys just appeared right here. So let's drop out of warp, and in fact let's disengage impulse just so we don't accidentally cross the border ourselves. But we want to get all those guys right here scanned. So a new feature is these probes. We go back to our weapons platform and we see we got the probes loaded right here. We grab the helm, and let's see here. Wow, that guy's really cooking over towards us there. So let's take and just get aimed in them, and let's fire a couple of probes and see what happens. So fire, re-aim, weapon, fire. And it's really hard to see here, so I'm going to switch to a tactical view, but you can see that the probes are coming here and there, and it's going to start identifying, all right, this guy here is not an enemy, it's just a space monster, no big deal. But the rest of these guys here along the border, well, they're probably going to be bad guys. We should see them turn red in a second. Yeah, they're confirmed bad guys. So the cool thing about the probes, they will both identify enemies, and they will also double scan them to get the shield frequencies, so it's a lot easier to take out. I'm suspecting, though, that the second the border war starts, that one of my bases will be under attack, so I'm actually going to get my helm ready and take a look here, and we probably want to head back to DS2 and DS3. Those are our most likely scenarios to be attacked there. So again, helm, general direction about 28 degrees, come up to warp 1, save a little bit of energy, and we can change to, again, that tactical view, or we can look at the ship actually flying in space, which is pretty cool. The camera view or long range sensors. And we'll just give it a few seconds to get back up there. In fact, we will just dock. We got to be within 800 so we can request dock. And you can see the front lights will turn on for that. We're being tractored in. You can see that on the main screen. And as soon as the lights change, being tractored in there. And there we go. And the lights changed. We're now docked. And we can check out our energy and missile count and all that. We note our probing count increased back to 1 of 2 possible there. We can take and real quick undock from DS2, and maybe DS3 has another probe in case we need it later on. I would like to just watch long range sensors. Nothing yet. Communications. Let's see here. War has been declared. All right, cool. So we'll just give it a few seconds here. We're gonna head on over to DS3. Warp 1. Because I'm running this myself, I'm gonna jam on the parking brake and request dock there. Again, same kind of deal, we're just being tractored in. Okay, we're docked at DS3. Alright, continuing that video that I hit the wrong button. Let's see here. We're just gonna take out one set of bad guys. So we're still engaged in battle bridge mode right now. That's the shortcut that I have set up. So let's see here. Long range sensors again. We can clearly see they're violating the neutral zone, and we need to head over and probably take out this guy here. So let's head back down. And in our weapons console, we have 1 EMP and 2 nukes. We're just going to do it right and load up 2 more nukes. Changing to tactical mode, we can see we're coming in on the enemy. Just making a minor course correction here. Raise our shields. And once again, jam on the parking brake. And he's already shooting at us. Alright, so we're gonna take and put him on front screen. We should be able to take care of this guy with relative ease, so we'll give him a second or two to blow up. If I had more people, I would be scanning his shield frequency and adjusting that accordingly, but just too difficult to run myself. His front shields are down. You can tell that from the science console. And he is toast. Take the ship out of reverse. Pull up long range sensors. We don't have anybody messing with our bases, but P92 looks like a good candidate, and I know it's hard to read. It's right there. So let's go back up to warp 1. Received another communication from our base, probably telling us that they've just made some more missiles or something. Switch to tactical mode, drop out of warp. Whoa, boy. Okay, so we got ourselves into a bit of a mess here. That's my view in the weapons console, meaning they were hiding out in that nebula there. And I'm probably a little ill-equipped to handle all this, so let's see if we can target one right in the middle. And I'm going to EMP them first to take out their shields. And we can see there's a whole bunch of them there. I need to make a minor course correction. I got a lot of stuff going on there. Alright, let's do this right. Let's just fire a bunch of nukes right into them and just see what happens. Hopefully it takes out a bunch of them. Again, missiles away. And we should see a lot of flashes real soon. There we go. Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 of them there, so. Alright, let's see what else we can do. We can be a little less aggressive. Let's load up torpedoes this time. Well, I guess I accidentally loaded nukes again. And in the weapons console, target different ones this time. Missiles away. A few more seconds. Back in this view. Alright, so I only got nobody left. Cool. Helm, reverse. And there's some anomalies and stuff. There are some bad guys there still. Weapons. Alright, now just going to reverse direction. Grab this last guy. Boom. Alright, cool. So we've just taken out a group of bad guys. Now it's really hard to see, but they've left us some nice little presents here. Right there, there, and there. So we're just going to realign. Collect all these with the helm. Take reverse off. Alright, we got it? Cool. And what this looks like on the front view, when we go to collect, we'll just jump up to warp real quick. We just run it over basically, and now that's a free upgrade for us. Reverse course. There's another one right there. Let's move forward. Get a little bit better angle on that guy. Come on. done. And we've collected all of our upgrades. So just a lot of cool stuff going on in this here. There's in the weapons console, tagging. You can tag your enemies to make sure that anybody that can cloak, you can keep track of them. There's also a really nasty little thing here called beacons, and when we load these guys up here, we can do things like attract space monsters. That's been one of my favorites. You take and grab that, you just drop the beacon somewhere near your enemy's base, and monsters go and attack them. So that's been a lot of fun there. So looking forward to playing this here. Again, plenty of upgrades. The new console appears to be pretty nice. Took a little bit of work to get it to play correctly and get the resolution right, but fun stuff. And then the lighting's been pretty killer too. So hope you enjoy. Thanks.